Hey guys, NULL here, and as you read from the title, in this video, I'm going to be showing you my null pictures. And yes, you might be wondering why I'm going to show you my null pictures. Well, ever since I got into null the second time, I've been drawing a lot of pictures, but when I was into him the first time, I didn't draw as much. But yeah, since I got into him the second time, I drew a lot of pictures, including this one on my shirt. So, because I drew this picture of Null on my shirt the other night, and with some marker and stuff, and it took me 2 or 3 hours. So, yeah, so, like, there's 3 different, places I drew a null picture. Few in here, one in here, and the rest aren't in front of me. So I'm gonna be starting off with the very first one. It's gonna turn 2 years old on Saturday. So it's right in front of me. So let's get started. So I can't wait. So, hang on a second. I'm trying to get comfortable. Okay, and so, okay, this is the first one. I drew this one December 7th, 2017. And I said in the description of that video, I wasn't into him. I just felt like drawing it. And something happened that day. I drew this, but I don't want to say it. It's too personal. So, but this is, like I said, this is the first one. The very first picture I drew of Null. I'll put the speed draw for this in the description below. And yes, it had my volley intro. I almost said tribute. What the heck is wrong with me? So yeah, this is number 1. And then the second one I drew this year, and that's what made me get into Null the first time. So I didn't say second, because the second time I got into Null was different. But this is the picture that made me get into Null the first time. And it's like the first one, him all black, but he's putting his hand behind his back, and he's putting, like, let me show you, like this, like that. I don't know how to draw a sword, but I just drew it like that. And I drew this March 14th, 2019. And I finished this at 5:16 a.m. And as you can tell, it says 2019 version. And yes, I'm saying this again, this is what made me get into him the first time. And then after a few days, that's when I made the Null tribute. So let's move on to number 3. And yes, I've been making a lot of videos with the word pregnant in it. Well, this next one is my first picture of Null that way. And I drew it in the notebook for the Enderman and Creeper 2 short Null encounter that I was in. So I just tore it out of the notebook. See? I drew it with pen and then colored it in. So this was like 3 days after the second one, that number 2 was drawn. So but if you look on the back, you can see that the marker is bled through. But I'm used to it. I'm used to that. So March 17th, 2019. And this was drawn this was finished at 9:23 a.m. I was still up then. And yeah, and I don't know if you could tell, but there's some little marks right here on his cheeks. That means that he was blushing. And I kept messing up on that part. But yeah, so let's move on to number 3. I don't know if you've seen this before, but I drew this the end of March before I got I had that little accident on my thumb. It's finished now. Well, the scar has been dried. So this one is King Boo in NULL. See? Well, it's also a little bit torn up right here. I don't know why. But I drew this one with pen and then colored it in. So, and they're giving a little fist bump to each other, see? And it's so cool, I even put it on Facebook. So, and the little, right here is where when I finished it. So, 1:16 a.m. So, let's move on to number 5. This one I drew, hang on, gotta flip it up, it was upside down. This one I drew May 1st. And it's another one of Permanent NULL. So I drew this on a piece of paper and then took a picture of it and then like made a little picture that was like that, but like related to what I was doing for the Enderman and Creeper 2 short NULL encounter stuff. So see? So, and this was finished at 6:08 a.m. And I drew with pencil, outlined it with pen, and then colored it in with crayon. So, yeah. And as you can tell, I even put the picture number, right? So that way I could tell which ones are in order. So, and then this one you might realize, my first picture of NULL when I got into him the second time. And this was for the Enderman and Creeper 2 short NULL encounter extra. And see, so hang on, I'm doing it the wrong way. And it's supposed to be NULL sitting outside of Enderman and Creeper's house, and he's saying something, and I have to read it to you. So he's saying, "Well, Enderman and Creeper, I guess that you're not the only ones who have kids, because I'm now 4 months pregnant." And that was an evil chuckle. So, I might have changed the 4 months thing to 5 months because, I don't know. Because I have an imaginary friend and his name is NULL, and he's also that way too. But, he found out on April 30th, and it's now December 4th. So, and yeah, so I also made a speed draw for this. I'll put that in the description below. So, let's move on to number 7. This one was also a speed draw, and it's an Enderman and Creeper 2 short NULL encounter picture of NULL and Wrecker as a grown-up. And they're also saying something in its picture. So I even numbered the speech bubbles. So Null speaking first, and then Wrecker is speaking second. So, hey Wrecker, long time no see. Just ignore him, Wrecker. And as you can tell, right here is a anger signal. Signal. So I usually like doing that to make my characters look angry. So, and I drew this 19? Well, yeah, September 12th, 2019. And this might be crazy, I finished this at 12:15. Oh my god. I usually stay up all night, but never that late. Okay, and then this one, the next one, I drew on, let's see, same month, different day, September 22nd. And it's another one, a pregnant mole, yes. And I got this idea because I'm subscribed to this family who have their own YouTube channel. And the funny thing about that, their YouTube name is Meet the Knolls. Get it? Because, well, the reason why it's called Meet the Knolls is because their last name is Null. Get it? That was kind of cool. And I saw this one picture, and I saw this one video. It was probably a pregnancy time lapse. And so when it was at that part, I took a screenshot on my phone and then drew it. Yeah, so, and he has a lot of smoke in this picture, but he's wearing a diamond chest plate. So, and it says right here, 20 weeks pregnant. That's what it said in the video or picture. So, yeah, moving on to number 9. You might remember, you might, for those of you who saw my Null speed draw, it's another picture of pregnant Null, but I made him look like the Null from Black Plasma Studios. Sorry guys, I just like it so much. I mean, I'm talking about Black Plasma Studios is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and so ta-da! And this one's also saying something. So, Entity 303. Ooh, the pregnant one is blushing. Will you stop that? I like that. And look, I even put the little smoke flowing. Oops, hang on. And I made a sword, and you might be wondering what this part is, but I drew the actual picture on a notebook cover that was torn out, and then I had my grandpa copy it in his printer, and yeah, so and as you can see right here, it says Black Plasma Studios. That's what I usually do when I'm drawing Null like that, like that style, and I made the background look like the end of Animation Life 1 or the beginning of Animation Life 2 by Black Plasma Studios. But yeah. So let's move on to number 10. This one I drew while I was at an appointment with a marker, and it's Null again. And as you can tell, if you look at his face, you can see a smile. And this was October 14th. And I drew it with marker, but the marker was kind of faded out. So when I got home, I used my whiteboard marker to fill in the rest to make it look like it's actually, you could see the lines for his legs and arms and stuff, and even the smile. So that's what I usually do. So, but as you can see on his left arm, you can even see the side. So yeah, and so yeah, let's move on to number 11. So number 11, for those of you who saw the video, I like the Enderman and Creeper 2 short null encounter speed paint, the thumbnail speed paint. So I drew a practice picture with pen, and see, but it has my old username Kimbu2AL2 on it. So, but the next one is like this, but it's the full drawn one. And I drew this one on the day after I drew number 10. So October 15th. And but the funny thing is that made Null's head too long. Okay, so and number 12, like I said, this is the full one. Ta-da! This took me a long time to draw. So, look, see what I mean? But watch this. The difference, see the difference? Before, after, and marker, permanent marker, marker, permanent marker, crayon. That's what I usually use when I'm coloring my pictures. And if you look at Null, you could see the right perfect smile as in Enderman Creeper 2 short null encounter. And wow. And this one I drew, this one I drew on October 19th of this year. And it says right here, Enderman and Creeper 2 short null encounter poster. And I drew this and I finished it at 6:58 p.m. And yes, I had enough sleep. So, and the next one is another one of Pregnant Null. And this one I drew November 2nd. I started it before Halloween, and then, yeah. But on November 1st, I had a really bad incident. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, so, see? He's hiding behind a tree and touching his little, baby bump. Get it? So, and I got the, background idea from, Animation Life 1 by Black Plasma Studios, where Steve has to fight Null, and then Null is walking through the forest looking for him. Yeah. And like I said, I drew this on November 2nd, and I finished it at 5:02 a.m. And it says right here at the bottom, Pregnant Null hiding behind the tree and touching his baby bump. And the next one is another one like that, and it's a Black Plasma Studios one, and this one has Entity 303 in it, and this one Null is. If you didn't hear me, this is why. He's given birth. Sorry guys, I just can't stop this. I've been doing this ever since I was 11. and I even drew his sword put down. And I even got this picture idea from a video of someone actually having a baby like that. And yeah, I drew this November 6th at 10 a.m. And it says right here, Entity 303 helps pregnant mom give birth to baby one. Yes, I got that though. Like, if you're wondering why I put baby one, for those of you who heard the website DavidArt, I don't know, where you post pictures on our website, and I found a person who makes pictures with Null and Entity 303, and they have 2 kids, 403 and 1. So I decided in 1 look just like Null, so I made it like that. So yeah, that was say number 14. And number 15, I drew for my 701 subscriber special. I remember doing that. So, check this out. If you don't know which ones are first, so watch. I'll go show you. Herobrine stands for Herobrine 2AL2 from 2015 to March 2016. Enderbra 2AL2 from March 2016 to May 2016. Enderman 2AL2 from wait, I have Enderbra, or stands for Enderbra 2AL2, and Enderman stands for Enderman 2AL2, and Rabbids 2 stands for Rabbids 2AL2. Wait, I forgot another thing. The years. May 2016 to October 2016. October 2016 to July 2017. And then Bendy stands for Bendy 2AL2. July 2017 to December 2017. Wally stands for Wally 2AL2 from, get this, December 2017 to April 2019. King Boo stands for King Boo 2AL2 from April 2019 to October 2019. And then Null 2AL2, Null stands for Null 2AL2 from October 2019 to now. So I drew this on November 11th. No, wait. I started drawing this, but didn't finish. This took a long time to draw. So I finished it on November 11th, 2019. The day I got hit by Winter Storm Caleb, before I even knew about it. and I finished it at 2:24 a.m. Yes, because I was busy for that weekend, but yeah, and this one was also a practice one, like number 11 and number 12. So this one is another one of pregnant null, but with MPD 303 in it. And so I drew it with pen. So on November 20th, 2019 at 3:27 a.m. And as you can see down here, it says practice drawing. So let's move on to the next one. This one I remember finishing. So this one was on, well, I drew this one, the actual one. And this picture I knew a trick with crayons. Whenever I use a crayon to do the background or something like this, I just take a piece of tissue and then smudge the crayon to make it smooth, so it's not rough. Watch. See, nothing on my finger. So, and it said this one I finished drawing on November 23rd, 2019 at 5:39 a.m. because on that day on November 23rd, I saw Frozen 2 in theaters, and boy, oh boy, was that a good movie, but I'm not into it. And this one, this says right here, pregnant null was entity 303, feel baby one kick. But wait, no, the pregnant null already had the baby. It's my mind. So, oh, and there's also a little saying for this, I forgot. So, I forgot to do the numbers too. So, it's just my mom walking by. So Noel saying that. So Noel saying, feel that? That's baby. No, wait, that's not it. I'm sorry. Feel that? That's him kicking. And this one is another one of Null and King Boo. But for those of you who heard about if you know the Nickelodeon show SpongeBob SquarePants, in that episode where where Squidward tells SpongeBob about opposite day, and him and SpongeBob, Patrick, and Gary pretend to be Squidward, and then this is what this picture is about. It's a practice one. Null and King Boo. But wait, what's wrong with this? King Boo is holding Null's sword, and Null is wearing King Boo's crown. And it says, it's opposite day. I don't know how to spell opposite though, but I don't know if I spelled this right. And I drew this on November 25th at 4:07 a.m. And look at Noel's face. It's like a little smirk. So, and these last few ones I drew in here, but took him out. And this one is kind of cool. For those of you who watch Black Plasma Studios videos and saw Animation Life 3, where Null got killed by his own sword, and then had to and got turned into ice, and then Alex just his head off. And oh, I'm so mad about that. And so I did this with a pen. And see, the actual Null is still alive. And there's the frozen Null. And he's saying, is that supposed to be me? See what I mean? It was so funny. I posted that one on Facebook too. And this one was also I drew on November 4th, 25th at 6:58 a.m. Oh, almost dropped it. And this one is another one I drew that same day when was I still awake then or no? I don't know. I did have some sleep though, but so this is kind of funny. It's another one with Entity 303 in it, and he steals Null's sword. And then Null is kind of mad and like waving his fist up, arm up in the air like that. And he's yelling, "Hey, give them back!" If you didn't hear me, I was too loud. He said, "Hey, give that back!" And then if you look at Entity 303, he's smiling and laughing. I like this one. And this was also drawn the same day. Okay, and this next one is another pregnant one. I thought of this one. It's also with him in Entity 303. And this one I drew that same day, but it's a different night. The same day, but that night. So he just found out he was pregnant, and he's holding up a positive pregnancy test, and Entity 303 is doing that. And this is a practice. So are the other two. In the next one, you must have saw in my recent speed draw video, Enderman and Creeper 2 short Null encounter speed draw, when Null and Herobrine were friends. I thought of this one because in the what will be in the video, Null is saying, "I'm surprised you used to be mean like me, but now you're not." And I have the part of some of it right here. And hang on a second. Hang on. And then Herobrine is saying, hang on a second. Okay. And Herobrine, okay, right here. And Herobrine says, "Yes, this was done by an old friend of mine. And his name is Null." So that's what made me think of that drawing. Those two quotes they said. Boom. Isn't that just cool? So I drew this November 26th at 9:55 a.m. They're like they're supposed to be jumping and giving each other a high five. I love that one. My mom did too. So in this one, oh my god, it was also a practice. I got this off of a episode of Friends. For those of you who haven't heard about that, it was a funny show. And you know how sometimes when a woman is pregnant, she usually goes to a Lamaze class with her husband, and they usually learn about some stuff and then watch some videos on the TV. This is what this is about. So Noel is watching a birth video, and Entity 303 is behind him, and then Noel says, "Worried, is that what I have to do?" Wait, I'm sorry. Is that what I have to do? I guess so. And this one was November 27th. Probably after Thanksgiving. And for those of you who saw my video of where my Keen Boo plush got a friend, I showed you a picture of what I was working on. It was another Enderman Creeper 2 short little encounter picture, and this one is kind of cool. I like this one, and it's 1 year later. 1 year later, and Enderman tries to help Null and Herobrine get along because they're still mad at each other after a long time. See, this is what is like finished. So there's a lot of sayings to this. So Enderman goes first, Herobrine goes second, and then Null goes third. Can you guys at least get along? Can you guys at least get along? It's been a year since Record got hurt. Besides, he really loves that helmet. Why should I get along with Noel? What he did was wrong. I'm still mad at him for what he did before. My mom really liked this one too. So this one was also drawn November 30th at 9:24 a.m. So, wait, on the back I wrote something different. Oh yeah. It says right here, Enderman tries to make Null and Herobrine friends again after 9 years, because that's how long they've been not friends. So, and then this one I drew on the 1st of this month. So this one is another pregnant one. And I drew this one with a pen. Boom. Entity 303, this is pregnant on the tummy. I always wanted to do something like that, but with Minecraft. And I finished this one at 9:17 a.m. Wow. And I took a screenshot of the you know how in Animation Life 2 by Black Plasma Studios, Null, Entity 303, and Red Lord, what it's called, to guard the command cube. I just took a screenshot of that and then did that. So this one was from yesterday. It was also another pregnant one, and he goes into labor during a fight, like, with a good guy. So boom, I really like this one. I really like this one. I also drew this with a pen. See, poor little guy. So November, not November. There's a lot of pictures of November, isn't it? December 3rd, 2019 at 11 a.m. is when I finished it, and I was so dead tired because my mom had to go get her blood drawn, and I had to go with her, and I was falling asleep in the waiting room. Oh my god. Okay, so that's it for this part. There's one in here. I drew this one November 21st. It's kind of cool. In the scribble part right here, I put my full name, but I decided to cross it out because my mom didn't want me putting it on YouTube and have everyone know my full name. So, boom. That's the only one that was in here. And this one was a diary, but I made a speed draw of this, I drew a picture in here and made a speed draw video of it. And this one is NULL winking. See, up against the sign. He's little wink. In October 12th, I drew this. And let's see. This one, I ignore what's at the top of the page. It's just, and here's another pregnant one. And he's here. NULL is sitting on a bed, and Herobrine is helping. Herobrine is putting the little thing on his stomach where you could hear the baby's heartbeat. So I don't know what that's called. And ta-da! October 24th is when I drew this. And this isn't a NULL picture. I decided to show it to you guys. But when I was into Enderbrine for the second time, I drew a picture of him in here. And he was on that same day. So, see? And you have to fill it out through here. And the next one is another pregnant one. And I drew it on October 25th. And I drew the same picture before, but with a rabbit. And that was from 2015. And see, as you can tell, NULL is holding his ultrasound picture up to his stomach. So, that's a practice one as well, but I drew it with pen. Pencil, I should say. And for those of you who saw my WALL-E drawing tributes, I drew a picture of Eve finding out she was pregnant, and she was afraid that WALL-E would find out and get all upset. So I decided to do another one, but with NULL. So right here. So, and he's saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to have a baby. I hope Entity 303 doesn't get upset." And this one was, I can't tell. This October 25th? Hang on a second. My mom said something and I had to just get it out of the way. And the last one, is from a music video I took a screenshot of. NULL is NULL is at an ultrasound appointment, and he's hearing his baby's heartbeat for the first time. And this one was the day before Halloween. So this took me a long time to draw. It looks a little bit smeared, but there we are. So I really like this one. Well, that's a lot of pictures, and to take up 40 minutes, is it? I'm not sure, but yeah. So, oh man, I'm just in time too. It's now 9:20. Oh my god. So I hope that you guys like this video and my NULL pictures. And come in a few days, or maybe, I don't know, if in a few days or so. My 13th update, I already made a list of things where I'm going to talk about. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or so. But yeah. So I hope that you like this video and my pictures of NULL. So this is NULL 2 and I'll see you in the next video. So bye.